Hey guys, what's going on? Scrappy here, and today we have another battle. This was on the rating battles on the battle spot. Unfortunately, the VGC battles were shut down from the special battle, and now it is the inverse battle. I really want to try it out, but I just haven't had the time to try it. It seems like a cool idea that the effectiveness are switched, and I'll probably do really bad because I sometimes forget the typing and what is effective and not effective. So we're gonna get heading straight into this battle. It was basically standard Pokemon, and I knew pretty much how to handle them. So hopefully my lead with Scrappy and Trevenant helps me out with his lead with Kangaskhan and Azumarill. Now this Trevenant does not have Horn Leech or anything like that. It just has Shadow Claw, so I can hit stuff like Talonflame, Rotom Heat, etc. But with Horn Leech, I can hit a Azumarill and Rotom Wash super effectively, maybe even Lantern or Mega Blastoise. But the Shadow Claw comes in handy more than the Horn Leech would, in my opinion, because I can hit pretty much anything except for normal types, of course. So I withdraw Scrafty, and I go into my Mawile just to get another Intimidate off on both of his special physical attackers, my bad, that are out on the field. So now that cute little Azumarill is at -2, and so is that Kang. So Kangaskhan's going to Mega Evolve straight off the bat. I didn't see a point of him faking out my Trevenant, so I'm pretty sure that I don't go for the Protect, because I thought he was going to fake out my Scrafty and then KO with the Play Rough. So there's a fake out, not doing much damage at all at -2. And then the Azumarill actually goes for the Belly Drum, and now it kind of goes to warrior mode. So it goes low enough down to where I would think that the citrus berry would proc, but no, there's no citrus. So I'm sort of thinking like, oh, what item is he holding? He's not holding leftovers because I didn't see it happen, and I didn't know what else he could be holding, maybe like Splash Plate or whatever it is. So this turn he protects, and I'm really mad because I double target, and I hate double targeting because if he protects, like as we see here, then the opponent gets some free damage off. As we're seeing, not doing very much damage at all, but now it's back at neutral, so that kind of stinks that all the switches were for nothing. So Azumarill goes for the Aqua Jet onto my Mawile, doing a little bit of damage, and I flinch while my King's Rock Azumarill? What is happening? So he goes for the Power Up Punch onto Mawile. Luckily enough, not KOing it, but now he is at +2. So I'm like, okay, there's two threats on the field now. So this guy's really hyper offensive with stuff like Belly Drum, Azumarill, Mega Kang, Garchomp, Tyranitar. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp onto Azumarill. I probably should have Will-O-Wisp the Kang, but as we see, they double target, and then that's why you don't double target, because stuff like that happens. So I swap up my Mawile here, pretty sure that the Aqua Jet or the Power Up Punch was coming, so I go into my Scrafty again to get another Intimidate off, and that is putting all their Pokemon back at some low attack, which is really good. So that's kind of the downfall of using a lot of physical attackers. As we see, that does nothing now, and I get the Will-O-Wisp off onto his Kangaskhan. So that's why a lot of people use different varieties of Pokemon, like special Tyranitar and stuff like that. So he goes for the Earthquake, knowing that his Azumarill is going down this turn, and both of my Pokemon eat it up fairly nicely now that the Kangaskhan is burned. So the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, so I'm going to have to set them up. But now that my Scrafty is back in, I can once again fake out and set up the Trick Room, which is really nice. Tyranitar's in, so we're going to get little chip damage from the Sandstream, but that's alright. So I fake out him because I knew that, his return shouldn't do a lot, but it's Mega Kangaskhan, and I tend to forget that, so that does a lot of damage. Tyranitar flinches. I didn't want any Dark Pulses or Fire Blasts coming my way, so that's why I faked out him and not the Kang. So now my Scrafty is down in the red, so that's not looking good for my Scrafty at all. That Kangaskhan is taking lots of chip damage at the end of every turn, so soon he will be done. So I protect with Trevenant because I wasn't sure if Sucker Punch or Dark Pulse Fire Blast was coming my way, and I Drain Punch the Tyranitar, but I get the KO, which is really nice. I gain lots of HP back. Scrafty is so good under Trick Room, and he's such a good support with taunt and fake out. And he goes for the power punch again. I was like, holy, like this guy is so aggressive. He's not going for returns for KOs. He's just getting he's getting greedy with the power pretty much. So there we go, all taking chip damage. Scrafty is almost back at the red again, and Kangaskhan is almost below half now, which is really good because I know that now for sure a Drain Punch will KO it. In comes Garchomp, which I'm fine with because I got Willows for it. It probably has the Lum, so that's why I just went for the Shadow Claw. I didn't waste time, and I double targeted it with the Ice Punch. I was pretty sure I was gonna die to the Rough Skin Rocky Helmet duo. I got a crit, didn't matter at all. I'm pretty sure. But oh well. And we see that there's no Rough Skin or Rocky Helmet. It's actually Sandvale. So he goes for another power punch. Like, oh my goodness. Settle down. Settle down. But since all he did was power punch and not really get any KOs, I know I can descend in another Pokemon now. And I know if it comes down to things that my Fervent can just stall him out because he can't power punch me. He can't return me. All he can do is Earthquake, and I resist it. So now I bring in my Rotom just to sort of finish things up with the Thunderbolt, and I go for the Thunderbolt. Kills Kang. That was a good game. If I had one thing to say, probably put Citrus Berry onto that Azumarill instead of King's Rock. Like, that is crazy. King's Rock. I don't know. I would go with the Citrus Berry just to get that little bit of health back, but that was a fun game, and I really enjoyed it.